Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, fine folks. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I am your host. Let me tell you something amazing, people. There are so many people in the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room every day, one after the other, that are reporting on their success with bank appointments, establishing relationships with the wealth managers. We even have the one and only Lady Unique, whom you all probably have heard from most likely by now, who's even reporting that she has another wealth manager that's now asked if they can come to her home. She says, okay, family, here's my update. Just got off the phone with my concierge. My meet and greet will be next week because the firm is doing a kickoff this week. They have another firm that has just joined them earlier this month. He advised me that all is good and assured me follow up to schedule in their office or at my home, whatever is convenient or comfortable with me. Then I got an email from the financial advisor introducing himself and shared that he was well advised about me. For sure, had 3 calls after the initial call this morning, and everything was reassuring. It's like getting it together, being that they're planning for us to meet personally next week. Folks, what she's sharing is now they're even talking about another face-to-face and possibly coming to her home. We've had other members like Brunette Grand, where the wealth management firm came to her home. Just think about how personable that is, how intense that may be, that the people responsible for exchanging your currency and also managing your wealth are willing to meet you at your home. Folks, there are many of you listening to this call right now. You don't have an email for the person that's going to exchange your currency. You don't have a telephone number. You don't have a location. Absolutely nothing. The Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room literally has members where these same people that you've never met, never heard of, the bankers, are coming to their homes. Setting up, they have bank accounts that are set up for their exchanged funds to be deposited into. Do you have the account set up for your currency to be deposited when the RV happens? Our members do. Do you have humanitarian projects and generational wealth plans in place? Our members do. And it costs them nothing. Folks, you can click the link at the top of the description and be next. We have 8 steps for you to follow. We will wrap our arms around you with love, and many members are in the room. The tribe, along with Wiley and myself, we will show you the way. Now let's get into what Goldilocks is sharing today about Iraq and their latest developments, and also the United States. Remember, the United States and Iraq have been moving in parallel, step by step, on regulations, preparing for the RV, digital regulations preparing for the RV, digital banking regulations for the RV, and also Vietnam. Same thing. Stay tuned. For the next day or so, Goldilocks is going to drop a bomb on, well, I don't want to say that. Goldilocks is going to drop some very big information about Vietnam and how they have actually passed the same digital banking regulations that Iraq has passed, along with the United States. You have Iraq, you have Vietnam, and you have the United States passing digital regulations. Yes, around the world, same thing. But pay attention to what Goldilocks is sharing today about Iraq, and then also Ripple via XRP, which is how our dinars and currencies will exchange into US dollar in the new digital asset banking system. Let's jump into it. Ripple, Goldilocks is sharing, secures money transmitter licenses in New York and Texas. Now, for those that have been paying attention to Goldilocks, you would know that Iraq, the central bank of Iraq, has issued licenses for exchange companies within Iraq in order to buy and sell the Iraqi dinar, and they will be connecting internationally. Now we have Ripple securing licenses in New York and Texas. Well, why is this so important? Folks, the reason why, because New York is the central location. That's Wall Street. All the central banks, all the banks throughout the U.S. are connected from Wall Street. That's why New York, and then also Texas, where Texas is considering a digital exchange. Ripple's money transmitter licenses and XRP help facilitate foreign currency exchange by enabling faster, more efficient exchanges and cross-border payments. So this is Ripple's new money transmitter license that now is effective, and this will enable faster currency exchanges. A money transmitter license is a permit that allows businesses, banks, or individuals to move money and financial transactions. It's required for most businesses and banks that handle or transfer money. XRP, folks, is what will be used for the dinar to be exchanged into US dollars in the new banking system, the digital asset banking system, the dong in every currency to be exchanged into the US dollar. It will be XRP. So with Ripple as the parent company obtaining these licenses, they're just getting ready. So you must understand, you are witnessing more regulations. Now we have licenses for this to occur. Now Goldilocks is sharing when it comes to money transmitter licenses, Iraq has a money transmitter license, which is issued by the Central Bank of Iraq. The CBI licenses exchange companies to operate digital wallets and other electronic payment services in Iraq. The CBI is responsible for regulating, registering, and monitoring electronic payment systems within Iraq. The CBI issues these licenses so that these banks and exchange companies can legally operate, because the license procedures in order to obtain those licenses there are certain protocols they must follow. Ladies and gentlemen, the CBI also regulates foreign currency sales and transfers, yes, of the Iraqi dinar and other currencies. A money transmitter license is required for any business that transfer funds. Just think, if you have a license to drive your car, there's a process that you have to go through to obtain that license. If someone has a certain profession, let's say in the medical field, in the finance field, you must obtain a license in order to practice or conduct certain businesses. Oftentimes you must pass tests, pay fees. This is what has occurred with the Central Bank of Iraq and now the United States. The license from the Central Bank of Iraq covers all electronic payment activities, including the management of deposits, withdrawals, and yes, foreign currency exchange. Now, Goldilocks is sharing something very important that you must pay attention to. If you're not familiar with the World Bank, when you think of the gold standard, without gold, there will be no RV. The World Bank sits on the Bretton Woods Council, which is the entity that is responsible for the gold standard. So the World Bank and Iraq are now discussing development projects throughout Iraq, which include water management projects, electricity, and transportation throughout Iraq. The World Bank provides financial and technical assistance to Iraq to help stabilize the dinar. You may ask, why is this so important? Because these projects will be all done in the Iraqi dinar. This is not something new per se. They will begin these projects, but this is something that the World Bank has been working with Iraq for quite some time, for a couple of years. Now they're getting ready to begin these projects. And just so that you are aware, the value of the dinar is already projected to go up. And it's from the future value, a combination of the future value of the dinar and private investment money from companies around the world and countries from around the world investing in Iraq that will also help the value of the dinar to go up. These projects, for example, literally help to fund the revaluation of the dinar. No, the projects must not be complete in order to do so. Just the fact that they have contracts, which are a promise to pay, guarantees. And with that, it helps to bring up the value of the dinar from these billion and trillion dollar contracts, and with the World Bank overseeing them. This is all part of the process to help stabilize the Iraqi dinar. And when you look at the digital transformation, the licensing that is occurring, countries do not, and central banks do not obtain licenses for foreign currency exchanges in a new digital banking system not to use those licenses. These licenses don't go, it's like you don't get a driver's license without the intent to drive. You don't get a real estate license without the intent to sell real estate. A doctor doesn't obtain the qualifications and the licenses without the intent to practice in the medical field. So, the Central Bank of Iraq, along with the United States, obtain these licenses that are connected to foreign currency exchange in the new digital banking system is to use or to utilize those licenses in order for the currency exchanges in the new digital banking system, ladies and gentlemen. Goldilocks is concluding by saying that you're going to hear President Trump mention the merit system quite a bit. The licenses will be obtained by institutions and banks based on a merit system, how they're going to practice and utilize those licenses for currency exchanges. This will influence the economy, the healthcare systems, and everything else within the United States, within Iraq, and across the globe. Welcome to the new quantum financial system, folks. Things are developing every day. Prepare yourself. Establish a relationship with wealth managers. Come to the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room. We will help you so you're not left behind. Be well.